Yes, Shelly, you have raised your hand. Shelly Rekchi. Yes, Praveen, you have raised your hand. Selvam, kindly stop sharing your screen.
Good evening to all. Welcome to all the participants. National and international resource person. Please, we can start. Reply me, sir.
Yes, sir, you can start, sir.
Baron, sir, you are okay on the international resource person, sir?
Yeah, he also okay, sir. Akbar, sir, shall we start? Aghamat J. Obed, sir.
Sorry. Good afternoon, good evening.
Thank you.
I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want the role, sir. Just wait for a minute, sir.
Okay.
We will give the introduction, then you can start, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, take your time. Thank you.
Good evening to all. Today, one day international webinar on publication ethics and how to identify cloned journal. This program is to sir and the coordinator of this program. Welcome you, sir. Thank you, sir. And I am inviting Mr. Edward Jotham to propose the
Yes, sir.
Good evening to each and every one of you. It is with great pleasure and enthusiasm that I welcome you to one day webinar on topic publication ethics and identifying cloned journals. So a webinar that promises to be an insightful and enriching experience for all. So today is a special day as we have the distinct honor of hosting some truly exceptional individuals who have graciously agreed to join us as a chief guest. Their presence here has immeasurable value to our event, and we are truly grateful for their time and commitment. Before welcoming the chief guest, we would like to extend my sincere gratitude to my colleague C. Abdul Hakim sir, Principal Sir Dr. S. A. Sajid, Head of the Department, M.D. Muhammad Farooq sir, and my mentor and guide Dr. P. Kumaran sir for giving me this opportunity. Sir, allow me to extend a warm welcome to today's resource person, Dr. Ahmad J. Obaid sir, Lecturer, Faculty of Computer Science and Mathematics Department, University of Haifa, Iraq. We welcome you, sir. And next resource person.
Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And next resource person for the second session, Mr. Bharat Rajadhare, sir, and Research Development Coordinator, Secretary, UGC Catalyst, Perspective in Social Work, College for Social Work, Nirmala Niketan, Mumbai. We welcome you wholeheartedly, sir. Each of brings a wealth, knowledge, and expertise in experience in their respective fields. Their achievements are not only commendable but also inspirational, and we are privileged to have them and share their insight with us. So, as we gather in this virtual space, we anticipate a dynamic and engaging conversation that will not only broaden our understanding but also ignite new and ideas perspectives. So the diverse background, expertise of a chief guest will undoubtedly contribute to a rich dialogue that benefits all. So before we proceed further, I would like to express my gratitude to Secretary Dr. P. Kumaran, Sir, and Coordinator KMA Muhammad Omar Farooq Sir, and other faculty members, research scholars, and participants. So without whom this event would have been possible, that underscores the importance of collaboration in creating meaningful and impactful experience. So once again, a warm welcome to our distinguished chief guest and a heartfelt thank you for all the participants for joining us today. So I'm confident that this webinar will be a source of inspiration and knowledge for everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Egbert. Next, I am inviting our beloved principal, Dr. S.A. Sajid sir, to our inaugural address. Welcome you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everybody. I am very much delighted to participate in this international webinar on publication ethics and how to identify colonial journal. I congratulate the Department of History of our college for having come forward to organize this webinar to be more helpful for the research scholars. I take this opportunity to thank the resource persons today, Dr. Ahmad J. Obaid Iraq from Mr. and Bennett Rajodari. They have been kind enough to accept our invitation and going to deliver the special talk on the topic. I congratulate the organization secretary and the convener of this webinar, Dr. P. Kumaran and Dr. KMA Omar Farooq, for their sincere efforts for the betterment of the research in particularly in our state. And I congratulate all the participants who have joined with us in this evening to know about the topic. It is very much useful, as I already said, for the researchers for whom the paper publications, when they are going for, they should be able to select the appropriate journal for their publications. As well as there are many scholars and researchers are finding very much difficult when they are completing their PhD work, when they go for thesis, they find many plagiarism problems. So they can easily identify those things so that they can be free from all these difficulties at the time when they go for PhD thesis submission. I take this opportunity to really thankful, and we are thankful to the resource persons today. They are giving the beautiful information. Definitely it will be very much useful. And we know this publication ethics. This is the ethical standards for publication exist to ensure high quality scientific publications, public trust in scientific findings, and that people receive credit for their work and ideas. And when we find people are not aware of this plagiarism, they are not able to eradicate in the beginning itself. The authors should not use the words, figures, or ideas of others without attribution. All sources must be cited at the point they are used, and the use of wording must be limited and be attributed or quoted in the text. The citation manipulation, the authors who submitted manuscripts are found to include citations whose primary purpose is to increase the number of citations to a given author's work. And how to identify the colonial journals. So there are two important things. Check the journal's website and check the journal's indexing. I don't want to be hidden. between the participants and the resource persons today. They are the very experts available with us. I take this opportunity to congratulate, and I am very much happy that this webinar will be more useful for all the participants. Let us enjoy today's evening by thus joining in this webinar. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Bennett, sir.
Yes, sir.
First one on the Sardana, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Next, thank you. Next, I am inviting our international resource person, Dr. Professor Ahmed, Professor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Iraq University from Iraq. Welcome you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Shall I start? Hello, I am audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, shall I start? Because the voice is not clearly at my side. Hello?
Dr. P. Tyagarajan, please unmute your audio.
I am audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just 1 second. I am audible. I cannot hear you. Just okay. Now I can hear. I am audible, sir. I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So shall I start, sir? Because I am not hear you what you are talking about. Hello. Hello. If you can't hear me, I'm just changing my network.
Ahmed, sir, you are completely
I cannot
audible.
hear you.
Ahmed, sir, you are completely
I am
audible.
audible?
You can go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead. You are audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not. Okay. Shall I start my presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me share the presentation first. Okay. Now the presentation visible, please. Hello.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
please come forward?
Visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just for confirmation, I will browsing the slides. You just confirm me, please, if my slides it will be visible at your end or not. I'm just jumping to the second slides. It's visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Great. First of all, good afternoon from Iraq, good evening at India, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my pleasure to attend this webinar, and special thanks to the College of C. Abdul Hakim at India and Tamil Nadu, India, for their invitations and organizing this important, really it's very important webinar to identify the cloud or Hajgit or mirror journals. I would like to thank for the organizing committee and the scientific committee of this webinars and the professors who are talking about and introduce these subjects, and they are really they are defined the problem in very correct way. According to my previous work, I have been editors in more than 20 international conferences. And really, for this to conduct since 5 years, I am working on these conferences, and also members in more than also 15 conferences around the world, and maybe 5 to 6 countries. Till now, I have published 20 proceedings under my name with the Scopus proceeding journals. So after this periods or these years, I have found many challenges for the papers from our conference, for the papers that to be published by my students, to papers that published to my friends, and really we got hacked by many journals. And based on this experience, I would like to highlight and let you focus on something that we are facing in the past, and also maybe we are facing in the future. So can you please confirm me how much time I have for this webinar, because the presentation is very large, to just arrange the presence according to the time, allowed time. How much time I have for this webinar? Can you hear me, please? Hello? Hello? Sorry, I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Prof. You're audible.
So please confirm me how much time I have for this webinar.
Sir, 30 to 40 minutes, sir.
Okay, 30 to 40 minutes. I have also got responses from my colleagues who would like to join to this webinar from Iraq. You please allow them to be join, if is it possible. So let us go and continue. I think the presentation is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So let us define one important terms that we called it a predatory journals. Means fake for the journals for the, sometimes we call that journals as reputed journals and non-reputed journals. Sometimes we call or we name it or rename traditional journal or maybe non-traditional journals, and maybe we are using a black journal or maybe non-black journal. So all these words lead to one definition, that the predatory terms. The predatory means if the journal do not follow regular rules for selecting the papers, for getting the acceptance, and for the publication, it's called predatory. Who's the first person used this term? The first person used this term is called Jeffrey Bell. He's a scientist, UK scientist and librarians. He already studied the behavior of the journals at 2005, 2008. At that time, what he is doing, he just studied the behavior of publishers and journals and how they are doing when publish some papers. At that time, he just doing a list of rules that must be followed by the journals and their publishers to be considered as reputed journals. And if there is some journal do not follow these rules, it's called a predatory journals or publisher, and he lists them as a free blog at the Weebly website. At that time, he defined two terms, and then he expanded the definition of these terms. The first term is called the predatory publishers, means is just defining some publisher who do not follow the regular rules that already followed by the reputed. And the second term is called the predatory journals. It means the journal itself is not their publishers, and the others is called Hajgit, and so on. He was updated the list, the website, the blog at the one include the list of the journals that and publishers who do not follow that rules. Then he jumped to his own websites and he issued 3 websites. It's called Predatory Journals website and the bill list. And this is the blog site. Sorry. So after that, he's doing his own test for the journals and their publishers. And also, he's doing some tests for the journals. Maybe there are some journals already Hajgit. Means Hajgit, there are some hackers. What they are doing, they are made copied website for original journal. So let us define these terms. Hajgit means the duplicated website. The duplicated websites, I think after sometimes you will be shocked by the numbers and the statistics, so I made in this presentation. And the journals, he listed the journals that not follow me, just to define the topic here. The predatory journals doesn't mean that the journal is discontinued from Scopus. The predatory journals means the journal that do not follow the regular rules and do not follow the known rules to accept and selecting the papers. And some of these journals already it was not considered by many countries because of their quality. And the predatory publishers means the publisher who own these journals or maybe do not own some journals here. He just studying the behavior of publishers and so on. I will let you know what are the challenges we are facing in my conferences, because you just made simple calculation for 20 conference. If you are receiving 100 papers, means you have 2,000 papers to be published in different journals and different proceedings. So this is an example of the Jeffrey Bell list, and both sides you can find some important information there by found and browsing the contents. So let us also study how the journals become black or predatory or whatever the name that we have using in our site. I am audible, right? I am audible, please?
Please change the slide, sir.
I think this is the problem because of the internet. I am already changing the slides, but I think it's not. Now the slides it was changing, right? Now the slide change it, please. Just you can confirm me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Slide change it, sir, but please switch in full mode, sir.
Yes, when I go for full modes, when I changing the slides, it's not be visible at your side. I think this is the problem. I already was in the slideshow, but it was not changed at your end.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay, so let us go for this mode. No problem. It will be visible. So here is the website what I have talking about. This is an example of the Jeffrey Bell. Now the slides is moving perfect, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the rules that studied by or maybe selected by all the situations to be considered that journal may be at the blacklist by certain country. So let us go and studying the situations, or maybe let us go the rules to select any journals to be a predatory or a blacklist, because this terms is using by different countries in different definition. In some country, in my country, we are defining this journal as a predatory journal, but in UK, maybe they called a blacklist journal. In China, and maybe in India, your committee you are using a different definition for this journal, maybe black journal or non-reputed journal, or maybe your country have their rank or their indexation or their maybe ranking websites to be considered any journal or not, and so on. So the situation is, the first one is by Jeffrey itself. In his websites, many conferences, universities, many countries, they already consider his websites as a source to consider any journal or not. If someone publish any paper in one of the journals that listed in this website in my country, they will not consider this research work for anything. They will not give any value or any credit to the publishers or to the authors who publish their papers in those journals. Also, they will not consider, even the journal is not listed at the Jeffrey websites, but their publisher name already listed there. Also, their papers, it will not be considered. This is the situation happened to many authors, around 13,000, 15,000 Iraqi authors who wasting their papers because of this situation. The second situation is by the academic and research center. Suppose there are some research center. Suppose, for example, the research center at India, let us call that research center is maybe Tamil Nadu. So in that center, if there are students, maybe a number of students or papers, or a single journal, and that journal publish all the papers for the scholars who belongs to certain university, to certain institute, to certain country. Also, the scholars will notice that, and the other countries' academic center, maybe they can't notice that. Why this journal or publisher publish all the papers or most of our papers in his journal or in his publisher? So maybe they will address a complaint or to issue or to list this journal as a blacklist or non-reputed journal. The third situation is by the individual users. Also, some others, some scholars, some professors, maybe they are noticed that there is certain journal do not follow, or maybe it becomes a traditional journal or business journal. Also, maybe sometimes they complained and they listed, the government will accept their application and their journal list, and that journal, list are the black websites. And the fourth situation is by the government. The government also, maybe they have noticed that most of their transaction, of their authors' transaction, sent to certain country. Maybe suppose 1,000 papers published from that country, and all 1,000 papers sent to single source or single maybe receiver. So also they will track that things and also black that journal or the institute or the publisher who received the paper. This is the samples of the websites that already issued. Hello? Hello, everything fine?
Yes, sir, you are fine, sir, audible.
Yes. So, okay. Please mute yourself, or someone he already sharing his information, his sound with us. So let us go for this is samples of the website that already issued by the Pell list. So this is the history of JRePL, and we can find at 2011 there are 18 publishers. Just 1 second, please. Sorry. So here, let us go for the history of this source. At 2011, you can see here there are only 18 publishers that listed in this website, but now in 2017 more than 1,000. But now more than 30,000 publishers already and journals already listed in that website. Means 30,000 journals. Not means all the journal indexed in Scopus, not means the journal indexed in Web of Science, no. The all journals that already found in our works, maybe do a journal, maybe some other non-indexed journal, he also listed. Another things, he also listed the predatory or fake conferences. So his website, it will be very useful if someone would like to check the source of his maybe expected publication. So I have explained how these journals. Now let us go for one case study for one journal. It's called, I think most of the attendants here, they know this journal. Before 2 years at the COVID-19 periods or time, this journal already indexed in Scopus, one of them, and one of this journal indexed in Scopus preview websites and the other indexed in CMODO. So when you are browsing about this journal, you will find two websites. So our criteria to check any journal, if it is indexed or not, we have to go for Scopus preview and check that journal, if is it indexed there and the link of the journal already there or not. So, and the second check is by using CMODO. This is, I think, this is the best or the top tools that we have used to check any journal, if is it indexed or not. So by checking these journals now, everything fine, and we can see that then the Scopus preview, the homepage there, and the CMODO also the homepage of the journal. But what is the things here? When you are check the first Scopus preview, you will find this journal. But when you are asking the Scopus team to be sure if this journal it really indexed in Scopus and everything fine, if my paper if is it published, it will be indexed by or not, they will answer you the link of our recorded journal is another one. It's different from this. It's different from this. So